Hello everyone, it's Miss Sin, and today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading for the sign of Cancer. So anybody who is born under the sun and moon signs of Cancer, this reading will apply to you. If you are new to this channel, welcome, and if you're already a subscriber, welcome back. We're going to start our reading off with these 4 piles here. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. Take a few moments to meditate and select which card you feel is calling out to you. And if you enjoy this reading and you like what's going on here in this channel, be sure to drop a like on the video, become a subscriber, come follow. And if you wish to have a personal reading from me, you can check the information in the profile down below. And you can find all the information to contact me and book me for a personal reading. And if any of these readings resonated with you, I'd be more than happy to read it in the comments down below, okay? Alright, so I'm going to give you a few moments to select the diamond, or not diamonds, select the crystals in the pile. And we can go ahead. Alright, so those of you who have selected pile number 1, this is your stone. So this green stone is supposed to represent letting go of old fears, assumptions, finding new solutions, and overcoming hurdles and hardships to gaining success of any kind. Finding solution oriented focus. I don't remember what the stone was, but I remember the meaning, and I thought it was such a unique meaning and it stood out to me, so I bought it. I haven't seen a stone like this since. Alright, so we're going to do a little differently compared to the other signs. I want to pick out these cards first and then go backwards. Either way, the message will still come through, as long as whatever it is that the spirit needs to say to me, or universe, or ancestors and guides, then it will come through regardless. I trust that. Alright, let's go. So the new card is called New Love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. That's amazing. New love or new opportunities for pile number 1. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Alright. I'm noticing right here immediately, which is something I normally don't usually notice, there are different symbols that pertain to the different religions. Okay, so let's go take a look at the 4 cards I've pulled out and what messages it has for us for pile number 1 for Cancers. So, for some of you, I sense it has to do with moving away from a circumstance, maybe moving away from an old way of believing, maybe even leaving a religion behind and adapting a new one. And this is life-changing for some of you. Like, it's very big. It's not easy, nor is it a small feat to decide to let go and feel like something no longer suits you, especially if it's been a way of life for the longest time and it's been the reality you've always known, right? So, like, here it shows the Chariot card and you're leaving, but it hurts to leave, but you know it's for the better, and in the long run you'll be more free. So for some of you, it may be like a very traditional way of thinking, and you have to adapt it. I'm getting right away like business message, like new opportunities, and your religious factors. Like, I don't even feel like it necessarily has to do with religion. It could be just like a way of thinking, like a belief perception you have that you're letting go, and you're receiving and allowing for a new type of thinking to enter in order for you to proceed forward to maybe get new business opportunities or even shift your perspective so you'll get more abundance. For those of you who are actually leaving a religion, maybe it's due to love. You know, you met somebody who's very different from you, and it's very hard because you're moving and you're leaving. Maybe you're leaving the country you came from that practices religion very meticulously, very dedicatedly, right? But you're moving for love, and it's going to be some while before you find inner peace and stability. But once you do, you can find your own practices within that new world. So in some senses, your religious factors have, you know, its place and its own spot to play in this factor of this circumstance. But at the same time, allowing some of that to go, allowing some of your practices to change, allows for new opportunity and love to have a new beginning or maybe a new way of life. So for people who are moving for love, I immediately see the advice here is that, I don't know why, but the chopsticks in her hair make me think of like antennas, right? Like Wi-Fi. Like you can still connect with loved ones and maybe maintain your spiritual religious practices daily through the internet, because there are a lot of programs and a lot of phone applications, like phone apps that you can download now that allows you to be in touch and engaged and very much a part of the community of your religion without having to go to a physical place. You'll still be part of the community, and perhaps you could find ways to do that in order to adapt and go with the flow as you go with this new change in your life of moving. And it'll ease your heartbreak. You wouldn't feel like you're leaving anything behind in that sense, because at least not as much as you would normally be if you were to have not found out about these apps and online communities, right? And then maybe it's almost like you'll find out that you develop a new connection with God or your belief system, a new closer connection with this belief you have too. It has strengthened instead of weakened. I think that's one of your fears, is that it will weaken. Now when it comes to business opportunities instead of love opportunities, I see that you might be afraid that these people wouldn't understand you because of your religious differences. And you're afraid that without your community to back you up, you might be in danger. But you will realize that people are more alike than we like to think. You know, we have a lot of common grounds together. And you'll find new ways to connect to other people beyond your religious beliefs, which might be like one of the large challenges you have yet to face in your life, because you've been living in a country that's been celebrating and practicing and believing in one type of religion, right? One type of tradition. And then you go to a new world where there are all sorts of people, maybe multicultural people, who practice different types of religions. And at first you're afraid that they might hurt you or shame you or make fun of you for having something different, but you learn through this new country that you can actually embrace one another through love despite your differences, and that brings an inner sense of calm and trust even further into the belief in religion that you're on the right path you're meant to be. Alright, so that's the readings for pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed reading. If it resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. Give a thumbs up on this video, and if you want further readings, deeper readings, you can find the information down below in the profile and book me, okay? I will see you in the next video. Alright, everybody. Hello there. So, those of you who have chosen pile number 2, this is your stone. It's the tiger's eye. It's very... it has a lot of sheen in it. I'm trying to get to focus. We need to bring it closer. There. Look how cool it is. So tiger's eye represents courage, boldness, confidence. Okay. I just realized each stone kind of ended up resonating with the message, so that's amazing. So let's see how this stone resonates with this message. Receive love. Receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovely from others is a way of showing love. Very true. Giving is a form of expressing and sharing our love and gratitude, but receiving is equally just as important to allow the other person to express their love and gratitude towards us too. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Alright, so let's see the cards and see what messages lie for you guys. Immediately I get a message that some of you are having a lot of wonderful time spent with loved ones, but then, see, this is your family, friends and family, but then on your own time you're reflecting to yourself and you're wondering, will I ever have what they have? Will I ever be able to have my own family as well? And here, I know it's supposed to be celebration, but I literally imagine you like visualizing what it would be to start your own little gathering, to create your own little family. Something that emulates this feeling, but the beginning of one. Since you can't go and make like a huge family, it'll take time to accumulate. So you thought, oh, what if I made like a little community of my own? But you're a little worried whether or not you can. But the advice from Spirit here is that as giving as you are, see, I imagine you being that person that gives soup and cooks everyone. As giving as you are, and you want to have a family and build connections, you also, it is just as important to receive from these people. So there should be a cycle, not you constantly giving and then by the time you're expecting to receive, none is given back. I have a feeling that you may be surrounding yourself, because you want a family so bad, you may be surrounding yourself with friends who just know how to take, because these people only know how to take when it's time for you to get your fill. They're just taking from someone else, right? So I also feel like Spirit asking you to learn how to receive also is basically getting you to think about the type of friendship you choose to keep in your life. And if you feel like, you want people who are like you too, who give, you must also seek people who are within the same type of behavior and mindset as you, just as much, not any more or any less, right? I mean, any more is good, but any less is not. And hence, very soon, the moment you decide what it is you want, what kind of friendship it is, friendship type of example, like once you can visualize and identify how this friendship would feel like, it will come to you very soon, okay? Because you're going to have the ability to manifest it. So let's see if there's any other messages here. Yeah, I think that's pretty one solid reading for pile number 2. It's about finding yourself and realizing whether or not these people are up to par, or if you have just been blindly giving, hoping to have a family and having people surround you, only to find out these people are only surrounding you when it's time to give food. See? They don't care who gives it to them. As long as somebody else is giving them food, they'll be happy. See, look at that. They're like, oh, more food. They're here because you're giving food, but they're also here because they're giving food. If you're not offering what they want, they're nowhere to be found. But you're not focusing on this person who doesn't need your food. They want something else. They want your time and attention. And you only know how to give them one thing, which is food. So you gotta think twice about what it is, what kind of give and take it is you're creating here, okay? You gotta reflect on what kind of friendships it is you want. And once you have reflected on the type of friendship that you wish to have, soon you will manifest it, okay? So that is your reading for pile number 2, Cancer. I hope that was really helpful. If it resonated with you, I would love it if you could leave a comment down below and let me know where and what resonated with you. If you want a deeper insight into your reading, you can book me down below. Find my information and contact me. I look forward to be able to read with you and for you. And if you haven't already, be sure to give it a thumbs up and follow my channel for more readings in the future, okay? I'll see you guys all soon. Bye! Alright, so we're going to be moving on to pile number 3. Those of you who've chosen pile number 3, this is your stone. I think it's called tourmaline. I don't know why, but tourmaline always makes me think of watermelon. Maybe it's the fact that there's like a mix of warm hues with cool hues. Purple and green are not exactly watermelon, but there have been tourmaline stones that were pink and green. So yeah, I forget what it stands for, but it always intrigues me when I see a stone that has 2 colors like this. Alright, let's do a reading for it. Alright, so the card says miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. So basically, right off the bat here, I'm getting a message that there's no absolute bad in everything. Everything has something to offer to you, whether it be a lesson or a benefit. Yeah, very straightforward in that sense. So let's see what's this message. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay. So let's see the messages that Spirit has for you. I'm gonna hone in on the messages. Alright, so some of you might have like an outer persona that you carry to the world, and then you have an inner persona. So your outer persona, you have a lot of leadership qualities, very outspoken, people look up to you, right, like this. You might even have a lot of responsibilities in your job or your profession. You're quite popular, but on the inside, you're not entirely all put together as your exterior seems to be. And this disconnect is what's bringing you a lot of internal stress. For some of you, I feel like you have a sense of like, what is it called? Like when someone's gaining success and they're having a hard time accepting it. Oh, it's called interrogator syndrome or something, or like imposter syndrome. That's what it is. So some of you guys are suffering from imposter symptoms, like syndrome, like I don't deserve this, I'm not good enough. And this is like who you really are, and you're like, no. They're like, it is who you are, and you're like, no, I shut it out, I can't believe it, I don't think I'm that good. I'm just fooling everyone to think I'm this great person, but I'm actually not that great person. And you're like beating yourself up. So you might have some like internal dialogue that you need to work out, because these sort of things are not true. From what I can tell from Spirit and the reading for those of you who chose pile number 3, this is not simply true. Okay, you are having a hard time believing that you can ascend and be something more than you ever thought you could be. I think the advice for this here is that you'll be a lot more at peace within yourself. So look at these flowers. If you just literally enjoy this moment fully. So instead of being so in your head, like, oh my god, I'm not who this I'm not this person, I'm not that person. Instead, just let that go and just be. And just enjoy. Enjoy the fact that you're doing it. Enjoy that you're here. You're getting promotions, you're getting responsibilities, enjoy that you're being popular. Just rest in that present moment. Just enjoy it. And it's saying that miracles and blessings has its gifts. So like, you know, at the time being, it might have served a purpose for you to feel like you are an imposter, but that is probably to reflect and ask yourself truly where you can be more genuine, right? And I'm zooming up into the details of this card right here. There's like that tiny little details in each leaf. It's like an angel, a boat, I think, a house. Another one has, I can't even see, it's so tiny. There's more boats. It's a person. I don't know. So basically it's like, some of you, I'm getting like a message immediately, like you guys are afraid that the leaves are falling, like it's your season is ending. Like it's almost like, oh, you're 15 minutes of fame and you're trying to catch it all and you're trying to stop yourself from falling and failing. But you have to realize that your fame and your success is not built off of the trees, not built off the fruits of your success, not built off leaves. It exists within you, which is why there's all these things growing within her hair. Look at all these sea creature life. See, it's water. See, water keeps things hydrated and from drying out and falling off, right? But these leaves are falling off, and you have to realize and detach yourself away from the concept. Don't get lost in your ego thinking all this success and accomplishments you made define who you are. Who you are is what defines who you are. Who you are is what creates this inner drive to be a leader. Who you are is what is the after, like the consequences of success, because you've brought life, you've brought vision, you've created, and the consequences, people admire you and respect you for it. It's not because of these things, it's because of who you are. So instead of beating yourself up about it and really thinking that maybe you're not enough, just accept it. Just embrace in the idea that you possibly do deserve that. And you are this person. And you can only get better in time. Okay? So that's your message for pile number 3. If you enjoyed the reading, please give a thumbs up. If it resonated with you, I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback on this reading in the comments down below. If you want a personal reading, feel free to contact me. All my information is down below in the profile. And if you haven't, be sure to like and subscribe and support me. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye for now. Alright, so those of you who have chosen pile number 4 for Cancer, this is your stone. It's an amethyst. So amethyst represents calmness, ability to control yourself with cravings and addictions, and it helps alleviate anxiety, and also taps into your third eye, not fourth eye, your third eye. It's like the higher chakra, to get in touch with your spirituality. Okay. So let's see what this card says. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as the truth. New love. A new person has stirred your I can't speak right now. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. All right. Let's see what the messages are. Give me a moment to reflect, please. Okay, so for some of you immediately, I'm getting a message for Cancer who's chosen a pile number 4, that you have basically met somebody new, but you're having a hard time accepting the fact that you might be beginning to like them. So you're gonna go into denial and like almost like covet that truth from yourself and kind of ruminate and think about what this could possibly mean. And you're trying to rearrange it over in your head, being like, no, it can't be feelings. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's admiration. Maybe it's just a little crush, you know. Maybe it's just a temporary thing, because I've been hurt before and nothing good really ever came out of this. So, you know, there's kind of no point. But Spirit is trying to tell you, love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. This is the truth, so simply acknowledge it. Right? So you refuse to see that bigger picture. But the truth is, because Spirit wants you to see that love is always there, they also want you to see that new love is here. Someone amongst your crowd of friends that you have been hanging out with and you recently met has sparked an interest. Okay, they lit a spark in your heart. But you're like, no, I'm just gonna hide these feelings away and pretend they never happened, and I'm just gonna go back to the drawing board and rearrange these feelings in my heart. It cannot possibly be all lit on fire. These are your hearts, for some your emotions all sparked up, and you're like, no, they're not sparked up. It's almost like you're putting out the flames and you're rearranging, like, nope, it's here, everything is fine, I don't need anything, it's just my imagination, this and that. That's kind of funny. But I also feel like every single time you try to take out the sparks, Spirit will be like relighting it all over again, reminding you every time you think about this person, your heart pounds. And maybe this was you in the background. Look, when you had that little oops, you know, maybe some of you guys accidentally bump into that person, and that very moment something sparked and you start seeing them in a new light. And that person, whoever that person is laughing and smug to themselves because they can see. They see what's happening. Okay, so what you really need to do from Spirit here is pretty straightforward. You need to slowly start opening your heart and accepting that love is always around you, and you don't have to be afraid to be without love. Look at these people. They have, what is this? A unicorn. Okay, they have a unicorn. They're riding off in the sunset together. There's a girl with a tiger. So it's like somebody's with somebody and having a lot of fun. Look at this person. They're swimming. The other person's grabbing their leg. These kids are playing. They have company together. So all these images here are basically showing you that love exists in different ways. It's all around us. It's in the birds. It's in the trees. It's in elderly people. It's in like sisterly bonds. It's in animals. It exists between animals and humans. Even the land is lush because there's love. Love from the earth, love from the energy from the sun, from water. Everything is love. So you're never without love. And once you realize that and you let go of that fear of always being without love, you're going to be able to start perceiving that this person is actually someone worthwhile in your life. Someone whom you can possibly entertain your love interest with. Okay? So that is your reading for pile number 4. I hope it resonated with you and or you found it helpful. If it did suit your situation, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. I would love to hear your feedbacks. It always really helps me with my journey in readings. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, become a follower on my YouTube channel, and you can always find me on my Instagram at sin.the.oracle. Okay? If you want a personal reading, the information is down below in the profile. I look forward to being able to read for you guys. And until then, I'll see you guys all next time. On to the next sign, okay? Take care for now. Bye!